Hey guys, check it out. You're watching Jonathan Clarke on YouTube. Oh no! This chance that I've been given to talk about Freya Sky is something that I've honored for forever and always, and I've always believed that you guys have deserved way better reviews when it comes to Freya Sky than ever before, and I've just always wanted to be a part of that, and you guys gave me a chance to be a part of it, and I will forever and always honor you for giving me the chance to be a part of these conversations we have all the time about people like Freya Sky and Clarke, because I've always believed that you guys have deserved way better reviews than what you've been subjected to watching in recent months on YouTube, because as it's been said many times over the years, I know, I get it, everybody is a critic, but I am far from a critic, and I always speak from the perspective of a fan, hoping I'm going to touch the heart of some fan out there who loves Freya Sky with all of their heart. And it's very apparent to me, it's been brought to my attention that in recent weeks there have been so many Freya Sky fans who have come upon this YouTube channel who have subscribed here because they've loved my videos so much. Because I really did see something special in Freya Sky, and I wanted to talk about that in conversations with everybody, and I wanted to make everybody realize just how special Freya Sky is. Because it has everything to do with how much you guys have believed in her. How you've supported her by buying her merch at FreyaSky.com, her concert tickets which are sold out from everywhere. It's truly unbelievable the waves that Freya Sky is making and the attention she is garnering, and everybody realizes that. I think everybody has wanted to be a part of it. Now I know everybody on YouTube seems to come off as a critic, and they have a very brutal and sometimes very honest opinion to share about Freya. But what more needs to be said about Freya? Only she is a beautiful actress and she's a beautiful singer who still has a long way to go. When I was Freya Sky's age, I didn't know where I was going in life. I didn't know what I wanted to make of my career. All I knew was that I wanted to be a radio show host. So I hosted a show that was very poorly financed and very poorly structured from my parents' basement, never knowing that my voice would go on to be heard by so many wonderful people. And over the years, I've become one of the most revered voices and often one of the most recognized to ever talk about Descendants and Zombies. Did I think it would ever happen for me? I most certainly didn't. And at least 85% of the fans who have subscribed here are fans of Freya Sky. I don't have a YouTube channel that is specifically dedicated to Freya Sky content, but I go out of my way all the time to upload as many videos as I can about Freya Sky because I realize that a certain percentage of fans, at least, who have subscribed here to this YouTube channel are here because of Freya Sky. So because you are here because of Freya Sky, I've forever and always wanted to be a part of your conversations. I forever and always wanted to be a part of how you felt about Freya, and I wanted to experience this together with each and every one of you. And you guys really gave me that chance to be a part of something special because of Freya, because I saw just so much special things in Freya as you guys did, which is the reason why you love her so much. There are so many people out there that believe in everything that Freya Sky does, and I've always believed that there is a certain degree of pride and passion that should be put behind every video that you go on to upload about Freya Sky, because somewhere, somehow, you are always going to and never fail to touch the heart of a Freya Sky fan out there that believes in Freya Sky just as much as what you guys have. And I got to be honest with each and every one of you, I really do love Freya Sky. I really do see something special in her at just 16 years old. I remember when she was just about 13 years old and she was casted as part of the cast of The Next Step on YTV here in Canada. I've lived in Canada for at least 75% of my life, and I've been watching a network called YTV for forever, which specifically produced the show The Next Step, which gave Freya Sky a chance to be discovered before she was ever picked up by Disney. And I knew from the very first moment that I saw her on The Next Step that she was going to be a part of so many special things in her very near future. Little did I know it was going to come at the expense of Descendants and Zombies, and she was going to go on to become one of the most revered superstars of all time. I knew she was going to be something special, but I never imagined it would be something as special as this. Because through her performances and her heart and her dedication, Freya Sky has really been able to captivate millions of people. And there are millions of people who don't even know who Freya Sky is, but who are still falling in love with her music, falling in love with her message. Because the one thing that we have to appreciate is Freya Sky is so young, but she's writing such beautiful music. And that is something to take into consideration every single time that a YouTube reviewer puts together a video about Freya Sky, is that she's so young, but her lyrics are so powerful to the melodies she's putting these lyrics to. And I've often found time in appreciating that, because I don't think I've ever appreciated anybody's ability to write such beautiful music as I have Freya Sky's. You can put her up against any major superstar in the music industry, which I know is forever and always constantly evolving and changing, but there is nothing that could ever come close to a comparison that could be made about Freya Sky's music. You could put her up against Taylor Swift, Ariana Grande, even Sabrina Carpenter, given her rarity. And I think Freya Sky Sky would come out on top with flying colors every single time. I go back to December 2nd, 2025, when the single Silent Treatment was first released, and there were so many teasers of anticipation having been previously released about Silent Treatment, and almost immediately everybody started asking the question of who may have hurt Freya or what Freya may have been going through. And they never really took into consideration for the reviews and the reaction videos about how Freya was just trying to simply relate to somebody who may have been going through a similar situation that the song was trying to detail. And I think that that was what Freya's message was in every song that she had previously released, and up until that point was trying to relate to her audience. And that's something I give Freya Sky a profound amount of respect and credit for all the time, because I think there are more people out there who can relate to Freya's music more than they could have Taylor Swift, or more than they ever could have Sabrina Carpenter, because Sabrina Carpenter's still relatively new and Taylor Swift's been around for forever. So I think that there are more people than ever given credit for who are able to relate to Freya Sky because she's such a down-to-earth individual. And one thing I noticed about the Q&A sessions at the Worlds Collide Tour was that she was so appreciative of these moments that she got to share with each and every one of you. She was so obliging to every question that she was asked. She never turned away from one single question that a fan may have asked her, right down to a plain cheeseburger desire at McDonald's at 3 o'clock in the morning, which I know a thing or two about because I used to DJ years ago, and after you would get off DJing at 3 a.m., you would find yourself at the local McDonald's drive-thru. They used to know my car, so I always used to go get a family-sized pizza when they were huge years ago. They took them off the menu in years later, but I remember being a huge fan of the family-sized pizzas you used to be able to get at McDonald's. They knew my car and knew exactly what I wanted to order at 3 a.m. when I used to DJ years ago, so I could kind of feel sympathetic to how Freya Sky felt about that, and her desire to always want to perform and sing on stage, which she is getting the opportunity to do more than ever before because she's just writing such beautiful music. I don't think there has ever been a song that I've never been a fan of when it came to Freya Sky's music. I go all the way back to songs like Walk Over and Can't Fake It. They were beautiful songs. The songs from the score of Zombies 4, Dawn of the Vampires, or duets with Malachi Verton were so powerful, and the chemistry that they had with each other was truly undeniable, which made Zombies 4, Dawn of the Vampires way more special than people ever thought that it would be, because it went on to become the most revered Zombies movie of all time, certainly one of the best because of Freya Sky and Malachi's personal contributions, and what they're going to do in the future for Zombies 5 is going to be something that I'm really going to marvel in and certainly appreciate with each and every one of you. They are conversations that I'm looking forward to being a part of in the very near future, because everybody has a prediction to be made about zombies. Everybody has something to be excited about, and I can really find time in appreciating that because I've forever and always appreciated these young stars and how far they still have to come. What's so exciting about their futures is they themselves don't even know what their futures have in store. And I know there were a lot of rumors about Freya Sky surrounding her involvement in the live-action Tangle recently, and to be honest with each and every one of you, I was feeling really downhearted when Freya Sky was denied the opportunity to play Rapunzel in Disney's live-action Tangle. That honor has been bestowed upon Australian actress Tegan Croft, who I still believe is going to offer a lot to the character. But when you think about somebody like Freya Sky, the British accent and her desire, as passionate as Ruby Rose Turner felt about playing the live-action Rapunzel, the desire was really there to play Rapunzel, and I think she could have really offered something special to that character, given how iconic Mandy Moore's portrayal of that character was in the animated version of the movie. So I was really kind of hoping that they were going to follow through with Freya Sky being the live-action Rapunzel in Tangle, because this would have been huge for every Freya Sky fan. Can you imagine the love and support that Freya Sky fans would have came out with for Freya if she would have been given the honor to play Rapunzel? Everybody wouldn't have been able to stop talking about it. People would have been going crazy, just as they were going crazy about Jaws in 1978 when that was first released. I think I would have been just as supportive, and I would have been center stage to see Freya Sky play Rapunzel in the live-action Tangled, and I would have had nothing but good things to say about it. Because I've always believed that when you support somebody like Freya Sky, that's exactly what you should do. And you should go out of your way in your show to say something nice, because you know out there somewhere in this really big universe, even with how big this universe seems to be on times, there is always that one fan out there that just wants to hear something nice about their favorite star. And their favorite star in this case is always and forever been Freya Sky. That's all they know, is that they're a fan of Freya Sky. They forever and always became lost in these moments because of the Worlds Collide Tour, the Stars Align Tour, and Zombies 4, Dawn of the Vampires. So these moments should forever and always be cherished. They should forever and always hold a special place in somebody's heart. And no child out there deserves to have how they feel about Freya Sky taken away from them by some stupid critic who uploads a stupid video every day on YouTube. I've always wanted to be a part of these conversations, and I wanted to be a part of these conversations in a special way. And I wanted to honor how you felt about Freya, and if I was ever going to say anything about Freya at all, it was going to have to be something nice. I remember when she unboxed her Nova Bright doll as part of the Zombies 4 Dawn of the Vampires merch line. When she first unboxed it, she had realized that she had gotten to a point where her legacy had forever become immortalized through the power of this Nova doll, which was flying off the shelves because everybody felt just as passionate about her doll as what she did. And I remember this emotional breakdown she had on camera when she unboxed the doll for the first time. You know something, guys? I've always wanted to have my own teddy bear or my own doll or my own action figure because I was always a fan of this merch. And I was always a fan of having legacy solidified because that's all I ever wanted to leave behind. And I knew if I ever had the opportunity to have my own doll or my own teddy bear or to lend my voice to the soundtrack of a movie, I would have a legacy that would be left behind that would never ever be duplicated or never ever be seen to progress. I've always wanted to be a part of these special moments, and Descendants and Zombies gave me the opportunity to be a part of so many incredible moments that I know that will forever and always hold a special place in my heart because it has everything to do with how much you guys have believed in these franchises because you guys put me here. You guys gave me this opportunity to host this incredible show and to touch so many unbelievable hearts, and that's something I will never forget any of you for giving me the opportunity to do. This month is going to be an incredible month for every fan of Freya Sky, and you guys deserve to be honored, and you guys deserve to be shown so much respect. And I know there are a lot of YouTube creators out there that don't necessarily feel the same way that I do, but I forever and always carried this passion with me, which has seemingly been undeniable to every fan of Descendants and Zombies, and that is why they've always seen the good in every video that I've ever uploaded, because you guys simply took a chance on me when you really never had to, and had me on this incredible journey to discover the passion behind Descendants and Zombies. You know, some way or somehow, every single time that I've told these stories having anything to do with Freya Sky and Kylie Contrell, I've seen it through. And I've seen it through because of each and every one of you. And I've received a lot of criticism for all these videos that I've uploaded, but somewhere out there, in light of all the criticism that I may have received, I've received also an incredible amount of love and support from every fan of Freya Sky who has believed in my videos and my vision for Freya more than anything else in the world, because I really do see something special in store for Freya Sky's future. And I'm incredibly excited to be a part of this. And while I may never be able to speak for every other reviewer on YouTube, I am one reviewer who's incredibly excited to be a part of all these incredible moments, just as I had the honor of being a part of a premiere in Zombies 4 Dawn of the Vampires, along with Malachi Burton's premiere as the characters Victor and Nova, who I really believe are going to go on to hold a very special place in each and every one of our hearts for how passionate we felt about these characters. Undeniably, we have felt as if we were a part of something special for what feels like forever, and I have never felt more honored to be a part of all these incredible moments. The very first moment that Nova and Victor had met each other because of a reoccurring dream. I mean, who out there hasn't wanted to meet someone special that they saw in a reoccurring dream? I know I've had more opportunities than enough to see somebody in a reoccurring dream that I may have never met, that I would love the opportunity to meet. And I think we all felt as if we were a part of something special from the very first moment these two characters laid eyes on each other, because we knew they were going to be a part of something special. They were undeniably going to be a part of history, and they were going to go on to hold a very special place in each and every one of our hearts. And I have never felt more honored to be a part of duets like Dream Come True. I have never felt more honored to be a part of moments like when they met each other for the first time in the Zombies franchise, because what we were setting up here for was the telling of a beautiful love story. And no matter how many times you watched it since this last summer when it premiered, it had over 250 million hours of stream time, if not more, because of Disney Plus. And it had everything to do with how much you guys believed in this love story, because I believe everybody out there deserves a chance to believe in a love story more than they ever have in their entire life. And I have never felt more honored to be a part of all these incredible moments that Descendants of Zombies have allowed me to be a part of and given me a chance to be a part of and share in with each and every one of you. One of the most rewarding feelings in the world is knowing that you can touch somebody's heart for how you felt about Freya's music, or how you felt about the music in Zombies 4 Dawn of the Vampires, or really its story. Because each time that you tell this story, there's always a new way to tell this story and to reach out and touch the heart of somebody who you've never touched the heart of before. And that's what's so incredible about these videos and their reach, is that no matter how many videos you upload, every video seems to put up over 100 views each time, because everybody loves Descendants of Zombies so much. They are crazy about the franchises and the stars they've come to know and love and appreciate. And no matter how young you are or how little you know, you always have a greater understanding about Descendants of Zombies, and you know far more about these franchises and your favorite stars. You really know everything there is to know about them, because so many people will say because of your age you don't really understand Descendants of Zombies or the complexity of the story. I've never really believed in that. I've always wanted to give everybody an equal opportunity to share with me how they feel about Descendants of Zombies, how passionate they felt about their favorite characters, these moments that were created because of these characters for you to have the chance to be a part of. Like the Worlds Collide Tour, the premiere of Zombies 4 Dawn of the Vampires, the potentiality of Leg 2 of the Worlds Collide Tour coming into fruition, a new animated special for Zombies which is called Fang Flame, although it has yet to be confirmed by late 2026. So many opportunities for new Halloween costumes and new merch to be released for Descendants of Zombies, which is a rumor. Fortnite opportunities. There's so much of an opportunity for Descendants of Zombies to seize, and for us to seize as fans, and really to enjoy. And I think the more encouragement that we offer to people that this has the chance of happening for us, I think it gives us more of a reason to be excited for the foreseeable future, because there are a lot of people who have been doubting the futures of Descendants of Zombies, and I've noticed, paying close attention to the trends on YouTube every day, people are wondering, is there going to be a Zombies 5? And I have this to say to each and every one of you, for those of you who may be wondering if indeed there is going to be a Zombies 5. Oh, for sure there's going to be a Zombies 5. Why do you think they introduced us to all these new cast members? Just for the purpose of one movie and to pass the torch and to forget about it? They have introduced us to these new characters because they're setting up for the retelling of a beautiful story. Given how much of a special place Zed and Addison's love story held a special place in each and every one of our hearts, I think this love story is going to hold an even more special place in our heart, and we now have the chance to be a part of it. So I think that if you believe that there's going to be a Zombies 5 for forever, for what must feel like forever for many of you, I think that there's more of a chance for you to believe in it than perhaps ever before. And I have never felt more honored to be a part of it because of each and every one of you and how much you have believed in Descendants of Zombies as much as what you have. Thank you so much for having believed in this YouTube channel as much as what you have, and thank you really for taking a chance on me when you really never had to, because everybody loves to review Descendants of Zombies, and everybody has their own version of what it takes to upload content about Descendants of Zombies, but nobody has ever came through with as many videos. Nobody has ever really seized this opportunity as much as what I have, because I know somewhere out there is somebody who just wants to watch a really cool Descendants of Zombies video. I never knew how I was going to go on to have such an incredible reach with every fan of Descendants of Zombies and release so much relatable content for every fan of Descendants of Zombies. All I knew is that I wanted to be a part of it. I had no idea how I was going to manage to be a part of it, but I came through every single time. And we have so much to be excited about for these new characters in both the Zombies and Descendants franchise. Looking at the Descendants side of things and the Descendants side of the spectrum, we have Liamani Segura coming in to play Red Sister Pink, who I think is going to offer a lot to the script, and given how I'm such a huge fan of Liamani Segura's early work, I have even more of a reason to be excited about her work in the future. She has beautiful music, she's put beautiful lyrics to music in her own right, so I think she's going to really bring this character to life and help contributing to the life of Descendants 5 Book Wonderland, which I know a lot of people are going to criticize within the first few days of its release, but given the popularity of Descendants, I predict at least 6.7 million people will watch it within the first 3 days as they did The Rise of Red back in 2024, because The Rise of Red really did introduce us to a beautiful story that a lot of people felt intrigued by, that had never felt more inspired by a story than what they did by The Rise of Red. And now the sequel is very highly anticipated, and it's highly anticipated with so many obvious reasons. For the beautiful characters, it's a beautiful story, and I think it's something we can continue to believe in and hold on to for a very long time. I have never felt more honored to be a part of these conversations. I look forward to being a part of these conversations in the very near future. So if you have not subscribed here to this YouTube channel, you're probably going to want to do that, especially the Freya Sky fans out there who I know have forever and always wanted a dedicated YouTuber to upload dedicated videos about Freya Sky, who feels just as passionate about Freya as what you guys have. And I really have felt passionate about Freya. I've loved recording videos about Freya time and time again, and I really put my heart in behind every video that I've ever uploaded about Freya, because the reality of the story is it never has to see its conclusion, it never has to be over, and really, why should it be? Given how many people feel about Zombies and Descendants, how passionate they felt about it, I think you guys have been given a more reason to believe in it than perhaps ever before, and I've really just wanted to be a part of these conversations for what must feel like forever for everybody, and I've never felt more honored to be a part of it because of each and every one of you. Each time that I've told this story about Descendants and Zombies through the years, I've often tried to tell this story in a different way, and it's really hard to believe that I've already talked about Descendants and Zombies for over 20 minutes once again this morning and already uploaded my second podcast. But every single time that I've tried to tell this story about Descendants of Zombies, I've tried to tell it in a different way from the previous time that I've had the opportunity to tell it. Because there's always an opportunity to present a new storyline with new characters and to give people more of a reason to believe in this story than perhaps ever before. And I have never felt more honored to be a part of this story with each and every one of you, and to feel as if I've been on this incredible journey discovering the passion behind Descendants of Zombies for what really feels like an eternity. It's a time in my life that I know that I will never ever forget, and that will go on to hold a very special place in my heart for many years to come. And it has everything to do with how much you guys have believed in Freya Sky, Kyle Control, and all your favorite Descendants of Zombie stars. So thank you so much. Thank you for over 100,000 channel views. Thank you for the chance that you've seen in this YouTube channel and that you've given me to represent you as your voice of Descendants of Zombies, because it's truly been the honor of my life, become the honor of my life, to represent you and to honor you as the fans of Descendants of Zombies that you've been. This never say die, never quit on you, we're never going away type attitude is something I've forever and always appreciated, found time in appreciating because of each and every one of you, given how passionate you felt about Descendants of Zombies. Thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of your life, to have come into your lives and to represent you as your voice of Descendants of Zombies. It's something I felt very passionate and never felt more honored to be a part of because of each and every one of you. Thank you so much for having made this your favorite Descendants of Zombies YouTube channel of all time, and thank you so much for having watched this video.